think of is putting the distributor sprocket in time, because right now that part's 180 out for sure. I didn't think about that till like 2 seconds after I tightened this belt, and then I didn't want to redo it. Mainly because it puts the distributor off at a weird angle. That puts that there. That puts that on 4. I'm sure that's not right. That's definitely 4. Alright, those timing marks match up. That's how I originally timed it. I don't know if I knocked the distributor off then. The rotor, I mean. Stop fighting me. Okay, we're good there. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, I guess I'll get another Allen wrench because I lost that one. I'm pretty sure I lost it. Whatever. This will work. Sure glad I lost that. I was looking forward to it. Try it again. Without fuel. With fuel. So maybe that needs to be at number 3 for whatever reason. Maybe that part's the different part. Or the same as what I've been told. That works. You get a different Allen wrench. I want my other Allen wrench. Alright, we tried firing on 1, tried firing on 4, now we're trying fire on 3. Choose the stepchild. We don't care. Without fuel. But it's a race car engine. Well, for a race car. I won't say that's a race car engine. Right now it's a POS. What did I do with that Allen wrench? Might actually see it. Let's see if I can't get it back. No, that's not it. Oh, I do see it now. There we go. Bam. No pocket. Change timing. Double check the cam. I think the cam may have moved. Yeah, because it should be kind of even. Oh, the whole thing moved. Oh no, that's right. No, really, the whole thing moved. So we were firing on 2. I don't know what I did. I did something. Put that back the way I wanted it, and then we'll try it again. You know, firing on 3. I'm kind of trying every scenario because forums I read say to do it one way, YouTube videos I watch say to do it another way, and my brain tells me to do it completely different. My brain tells me everything's on 1. That's what I know. So I'm kind of mixing it up. Like right now I got top dead center on 1. It's confirmed. And that's for exhaust. That's almost right on the money for exhaust. That's good. Right now 3 is firing and the valves are seated. It's not the center of 3, but it's 3. Put this back on again. Now it cranks off top dead center. That makes me happy because I like doing this stuff over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You like watching me doing it over and over and over and over and over again. I'm sure of it. It doesn't want to go down. Because I got a valve pushed down? It might be because I have a valve pushed down. That's still at 3. The crank is still a little off top dead center, which evidently it's okay with. Alright. I doubt it. Maybe that's when stuff happens, when you doubt it. You're like, oh wow, it worked. No, I doubt it. You gotta let the battery go. Without fuel. Good, there's nobody hitting anything. With fuel. So, got fuel. Still no, boom. No boom boom. We want boom boom. So, put this the way it was. Loosen the belt. Again. That's off. Alright, so somehow that's distributor ended up somewhere else than where we placed it. So, you get the cam out from underneath where it's at currently. So I put the sprocket back where it was, and the cam's not where I had it. Before it was decompressing on number 1 exhaust. curious where number 1 is. Right there for exhaust. Bam. Exhaust is compressing. Crank is at top dead center. It's freezing anyways. Top dead center, right there. Cam should be, let's put it between 1 and 3. Let's put it that thing I think is an arrow mark, which is not number 1, it's after number 1. That goes on easy. It's almost like it seems like that is the way it's supposed to be, but it's done that said to me several times now, so I'm not convinced. Not convinced at all. Man, that's really far off. That's one right there. We're TDC. I'm afraid if I move that distributor, I'll never get it back in the same place. But I want to. I feel it's off just a hair. What I did was I moved it between 1 and 3. Wasn't that much of a movement, but now there's no spark, or no backfire. Well, that one little one. Alright, so that was, I don't really want to go off that mark over there because top dead center for the crank is on here at a yellow mark. That rotated. Must have moved when I put on the belt. Let's check the rotor real quick, make sure that's still on number 1, and it is. So what I did is I went just a little past top dead center. So the only thing I did different is I moved the crank just a little past top dead center. In hopes that it would rotate. So we'll rotate it by hand real quick. See if it rotates. Oh yeah, we're good. When you do change a timing belt and something you do care about, you should probably rotate the engine by hand before you start it up. Just FYI. Feel. My battery. I think I have a battery for it. Let's see now. New battery, no. Damn. That gives me something. It's backfired. 180 out. That's number 2. Well, we know that yellow mark is top dead center because we looked at it. But if it's 180 out, and it's truly got a fire on 3, which doesn't mean 180, by the way, it means 90. Alright, let's get the crank where our cam where it even wants to be. It's compressing on 3 per intake. It don't make sense. I'm going to check the firing order on this car. I just presumed because it ran that was the correct firing order. And like I said, I haven't moved it. I'm going to check the firing order of this thing. I'm pretty sure it's 1342. 1342. It says number 1 is roughly next to the block. Putting the timing mark where it should be puts the injection for number 1. Also puts the injection for number 3. Let's put it at number 2. I know that seems silly, doesn't it? You get a paint pin on there. Well, that don't make sense either. Because I'm going to put the crank at top dead center on number 1. Hope I remember to fix that. I won't. Whatever. Everything tells me number 1, number 1, number 1. My gut, my head. If you put that flywheel on its top dead center, this is 180 out on this side. Unless the crank is broken in 2 pieces. Might be after that explosion. Oh, and that battery is only at 75%. But advanced means it's sparking after top dead center. And I'm assuming it's advanced because they took all the vacuum off. There's Uno. So what I did with the rotor is I put it just after number 1. And putting the crank, let's put that at top dead center. really don't like that. It moves the crank when I do that. 3's coming up from the intake. Going down for the exhaust, and 3's on the verge of being done with intake. I gotta fix the crank, or yeah, the crank. It scares me when it goes on that easy. It used to make me feel good, now it scares me. You think this is it? Kind of very similar to what we just did. Except I moved the explosion just a little bit after top dead center. Or actually a little before, really, when I think about it. I think I got some more spark plug wires I can throw on this, because I can tell you now, this thing loses spark. I'll be back in a minute, see how many big bangs we get out of this. Yep, I see. I do. I see nothing. I see nothing. Alright, forget what I think I know. Back to putting that back on its mark. The flywheel, that is. It's real close. Putting that back to the little arrow mark, which I don't understand. I don't understand it. It says to put this mark where it's at. And it says it should be right there. Putting everything back on there. It's where they say it needs to be. Ugly dozy. Don't get it. But it didn't work for us before. We'll see if it works for us now. I'll even spray some of that nasty juice down there to get it, to see if we can't get it to spark off. Rotate it over, find it. Let's try spark. Let's try washing the cylinders down. fan. See if I can turn the fan on. My guess now is it ran out of fuel. Look at that gas cap. Just in case the fuel needs to get back down to the center of the tank. Let's see if that's part of the problem. Appear to be part of the problem. The other thing we could do is try everything else we've done already 2 more times. Where it says it needs to be. That's back over here. That's where it should be. Imagine that's where it should be. That was pretty good, yeah. So it says to have those marks lined up. Man, my brain is baffled. And that's right before number 3. Nope. That's number 3. Number 3. Why is it on number 3? So yeah, found another mark back here. I'm just going to clean off my previous one. I'm going to put some paint on that one first, actually. White paint this time. See how that sets up. Curious. Well, I'm curious 2 things. One, is there more than 2 marks? When I get my glasses on, because evidently I can't see nothing from nothing. And the other thing I'm curious about is where this one lands in comparison. That looks like number 1 to me. Huh. Let me go all the way around. Because I've also been told there's a mark like just right off one of the clogs or logs or whatever, however you pronounce it. That's probably why I thought the one that I marked yellow was it, because there's actually a line there on that one. Be sure to use a some sort of sanding pad right over your open engine on metal. Don't do that ever. You know, that line isn't 90 degrees from that. But it is a line. But on the newer engines that I had seen, there's marks up here. You know, there's a plastic cover with lines on it, kind of like you'd see on a, you know, Chevy 350, except plastic instead of metal. And that lines up perfectly with number 2, doing the yellow mark. Number 1 lines up perfectly with the white mark. So guess which one I'm going with. And there's not a valve 100% compressed going that way. And I'm going to come back just a little bit for the valve cover. I don't know. I'll fix that timing mark over there. Doing that though, that puts the top dead center somewhere else. Like 180 degrees somewhere else. Still though, we're on number 3 for spark. I'm still got 100% confidence in this. That's pretty close to top dead center, not quite. According to the flywheel back here. So if this ain't it, we'll try everything else that we've done 2 more times. Yeah, I'm guessing it'll probably fire now. On that mark, but it's pretty close as far as center is concerned. It's a pretty wide spark area, you know. Yeah. Number 3's coming off an intake. Still don't make sense while that's doing why the spark is on 3, but whatever. Well, else fellas, I'll put it back on 1, put everything back on top dead center. If this don't work. Let's take it out of gear. It is. Spark. Fuel and spark. Close enough. Well, now that I feel that that mark is more likely, the white mark that we just painted, is more likely to be for number 1. I'm not going to go with what that mark says on the, geez. Nope, that's just tightening. Let's try that. I don't know why I worry about the cam, because the cam's the easiest one to turn over. Good news is if I find it and it runs and everything, we're going to have to do it again, because this belt's about ready to go. I'm surprised it hasn't broke just by me taking it on and off so many dang times. Make sure I can turn it over by hand. Works pretty good. I don't really like how the clearance on that water pump pulley. We're going to have to fix that. Cranking it over. Nice and free. I remember it had a hard time starting before, but it's getting a little ridiculous. I don't know. This is the head scratcher. Got this. Alright. So what do we know? We know there's 3 marks. One of them's a line. And one of them is a dot out here. And the other one's a dot on the inside. We found top dead center. The only other thing I can think of is, so there's a line on the distributor that you're supposed to point it at, which is roughly number 3. There's also an arrow, which is like 1 1/2, 1 1/4. So it's like 1 almost to 3. Or not almost, but just off of 1. So I can reset it to that. That'd mean it's sparking on the downstroke after compression. Which we have done that. It didn't work. But that's going off the old mark. And it was probably off eyeball, if I remember right. So we can reset the distributor to that. To the arrow mark, which I don't know if it's a true arrow or if it's just something fell on it, or I don't know. Maybe somebody marked it with their own, maybe they had their own, stamp. It's a possibility, right? There's the arrow. That's completely off of number 1. Boom-a-da boom. Boom-a-da boom. Alright. Around 500 million. 52,000. And 1. Crank it over, no fuel. Cranks over fine. How about fuel? See that. Yeah, that's a lot of cranking. You know what? Wash down the cylinders. Backfire, commence. Backfire, that's weird. No backfire. Jeez. Put all the water in there. I wonder if it goes down. There's that. Top dead center. TDC, if you will. From the arrow mark. And that's advanced, right? Do it that way. Which is fine. Injecting it for 3. Maybe I just keep moving the distributor closer to 3. Slowly but surely. Surely, 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 surely. Something like that. Because, I mean, it's on intake right now. It's ending intake, number 3 is. So. It's all just a guess at this point. I mean, statistically, I think a monkey could have got it back on timing by now. Just by complete accident. So, this is the definition of hopes and dreams racing at this point. Three days dealing with the same problem. And I don't let this encourage you on any timing belt, because they are the most simplest thing in the world. I just effed it up. And if I do find it, I'll be sure to let you know at the end. There's going to be a lot of editing because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch. Let's see, first day was 7 hours, second day was 7 hours, that's 14 hours. Third day, well, it's not over yet. Not over yet. So I don't know. Oh, good. The water pump pulley's finally self-clearancing. That should be fine. I really don't know. I am at a total loss. I've been at a total loss for the last 2 days. Well, 2 weeks really, but you know, whatever. You know, be sure to go down in the comments and tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I did do wrong. Or tell me what I've done right. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's wrong. Everything I've done is wrong. Pretty normal situation, normal for me. The only thing I can think of is maybe there's a sensor or something that happened to go bad. Maybe the fuel pump stopped pumping. I mean, I can hear it running. That doesn't mean it's pumping, but I can hear it running. I'll turn it on, see if I can't hear it bog down when it gets fuel. I don't hear it bog down, but what I do hear is bubbles. Oh yeah. I don't know. It's gonna make me drink more coffee. Alright, so still at a loss. Nothing's changed. Good. Gonna go get my gloves on. So we'll just set everything back to TDC purposes. Good and good. We're gonna rotate that the rotor. Let's see. Not about the spider web. It must be on me or something because I can feel it. Where do we want to go to now? We already went to 1. We went to halfway between 1 and 3. Oh, there's a little spider right there. Making more spider webs. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on. Stop it. Whatever. Rotate that to where it's almost 3. Don't know why. I guess it's not top dead center. Whatever. The light's now behind me, so I can't see anything. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to rotate it and see where that lines up with 3. 3 right there. That would be combustion for 3. So we'll see about that. No spark. Okay, it's fine. Fuel. Pretty close. There's that don't make sense. Put on 3 right there. Why did that feel funny? Another SD card. That last one was a 256 gigabyte, if that means anything to somebody. If you're anything like me, it didn't mean anything when I started. It's big. That's all I know. About 14 hours of videos on there.